at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Tyler Scott now from his end zone. Now Fields going to throw on the first play.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Now it's Fields.
And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
To the air again, Fields.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Now a 2nd and 10. Moore, the motion man right. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
In motion, the tight end.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw is Fields. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
That'll be caught by Foreman. Touchdown! Deontay Foreman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarter.
Punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, that's into it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Johnson will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Santos with the 14-0.
After the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, everything falling